No. Okay, this is like the best we can do. Okay, so we're gonna make this video quick while it's fresh in my brain because I don't want to give this video any more time. So lately I've been in a mood where I've been looking at a lot of 90s movies, reviewing a lot of movies, music, and revisiting them as an adult, obviously. So tonight, Brian and I decided we were going to watch Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Now, I watched this movie when I was like 9 or 10. I saw it on cable, and I remember thinking, this is awesome. This is like such... I'll explain the movie in a minute. Yeah, Brian saw this movie for the first time, and it's just when you watch a movie... Yeah, he said it's trash. When you watch a movie... Some on my face. Is that a pimple? No. When you watch a movie as a kid and then you watch as an adult, like there's just so many things where you're like, this movie is not plausible in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so if you haven't seen this movie, it stars Christina Applegate. And basically the premise of the movie is she's a 17-year-old girl who has 4 younger siblings, and she's got 4 younger siblings. And her mom decides that she's a single mom. Christina actually, their mom decides that she's going to go on this 2-month vacation with this mysterious boyfriend that you never see.
True.
So they're setting it up to where the mom is going to be out of the picture. Okay, so Christina Applegate, as well as her family, thinks that they're going to have like the sum of their lives. Well, there's a dent in their plan when they have this like villainous old ass babysitter who's going to be watching over them. And of course, like, she's super strict and she's not letting them do what they want. And so I don't even know what happens exactly, but I think she had like a heart attack and she ends up dying.
Yeah.
So they are, of course, like the whole movie is like shenanigans ensue. But now that I'm thinking about it, so they take this babysitter's body and
stuff it in a trunk,
and then deliver this said trunk to a
funeral home with a note saying, "Hey, this nice old lady died of natural causes."
This is pretty illegal. Like, they didn't report her death. They took her car, actually, which is funny to me because now that I'm an adult, I'm like, if this person pops up missing and some random people are riding around in her car, I feel like that would have been caught. Like, these kids should be in some form of trouble. But they're not, because this is a kid's movie. And, of course, you have to suspend all reality when viewing this movie.
Well, remember, the 3 drag queens did steal that car.
Eventually in the movie, there's 3 drag queens that steal the car. But still, like, this is halfway in the movie by the time this happens. Like, the police don't come to their house to look what's going on. Like, basically, the babysitter's whole storyline is like, whatever.
Yeah,
you don't even worry about it anymore.
The funeral home just buries her and gives her a headstone, no questions asked. Which, of course, yeah.
So the new, I guess, plot device is that they don't have any money because mom's in Australia with her boyfriend for 2 months. I don't know any parent ever who would leave 5 children alone or go on vacation without their kids for 2 months. I feel like that's a really long time, and a lot of parents don't do that. But anyways, so now they're strapped for cash, and of course she doesn't want to work a teenage job, meaning like she doesn't want to work at like a fast food joint. Yeah. She works at the fast food joint very briefly, and she just she thinks it's beneath her. And I mean, it's a teenager, and you're not qualified for anything, but because she has an interest in fashion, she applies for this receptionist job at some like purportedly, or is it established high fashion? It's not, though. Despite the fact she has no qualifications, this girl, and the boss doesn't even the boss comes in and like doesn't even introduce herself. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm looking at this fake resume. You are so qualified for this job." And then gives her like this senior position. Like, what? Like, didn't call any of her references. They literally had like a 2-minute conversation in front of the front desk. It was this movie is so convenient on so many levels, and it's so fake. So yes, she gets the senior position. Of course, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, but she makes things work. And they don't really work because in part of the movie, like because she doesn't know what she's doing, she gets another employee who actually knows what they're doing to get all her work. Yeah. She's spending all of the like not hospital. Sorry, I work in a hospital. She's spending all of her company's like petty cash stash, which is supposed to be used for like stuff on the
business expenses.
Yeah. But she's like basically embezzling it. She's like, oh, well, I don't have any money and I have to feed my family, so I'm going to take all this money. And of course, no one ever questions it except one character in the movie, but she is just there also to further the plot along. She's like suspicious of her. I mean, she's the only one out of this whole company. She's the only one who's suspicious of her. And
her and Fox Mulder.
Yeah, David Duchovny's in it. See, this is like, I forget, like he's looks like a creeper in the movie. His hair's slicked back. He just looks gross. Yes, so he's trying to bust her, and they're trying to find things to bust her. But like, I can't even expound on why this movie is like so. As an adult, you're like, wow, I don't even. She would be in so much trouble. I don't even know where to begin.
I mean, kind of like Home Alone is very much like a kid's preteen movie. It fulfills that fantasy.
All the adults are dumb. The teenagers are smart. They've come up with some plan that seems to have worked in their favor, and it's not even a good plan. It's just like, you just cannot report. You cannot report a dead person to the police, and no one finds out about it. Like, I think to make the plot more convenient, they said that the babysitter had no family and her kids or anything like that, right. So no one was going to miss her. Right. But it was just like the fact that, like, I don't know, what else did I miss? There's just so many things when I watch this movie. I'm like, how did I ever think this movie was good? This is dumb. Like,
well, I mean, you're a grown-up now. You actually know how the real world works now, so you can see where, none of that stuff would actually work.
She made fake resumes. I mean, people embellish their resumes all the time. But I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl who just waltzed her ass into this high-end fashion corporation and then talked to her boss, who's a bozo as well, for like 2 seconds. And they decide that they're besties and they're going to work, and it's terrible. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, if I ever become a parent, I just don't know if I can sit through these movies. Like, I didn't see this movie in a theater. I feel like I watched it on HBO and I thought it was great. But I mean, like, I can 100% see my mom saying, like, this is dumb. Like, I think it's dumb now. I'm going to have to, it's almost like I don't even want to revisit some of my favorite movies as a kid, because I'm going to say, like, this is pretty stupid. Well,
some movies can still be pretty stupid and entertaining. I mean, Uncle Buck is still funny.
Uncle Buck is really good.
Even though it's really stupid.
I'm going to start introducing Brian to more John Hughes movies. That was the first one, Uncle Buck. And then I think I'll go to 16 Candles as well as Pretty in Pink. I think those are classics.
I have seen Breakfast Club.
Yes, but you need to watch some really estrogen-filled movies, okay?
I haven't seen some of his other classics, like Say Anything, Pretty in Pink.
Oh yeah, Say Anything.
16 Candles. Yeah.
I'm going to start doing movies.
The only thing I know about Say Anything is the boombox scene, because that's been like homaged or referenced so many times.
Well, see how we just said that movie was so terrible. We had to segue into like 80s to 90s movies that actually were good. I'm going to look through my...
or at least still hold up.
Yeah. What's the name of this movie? Don't tell Mom the Babysitter. It does not hold up, and it's just complete. The plot is completely implausible. Their house, the setting of the house, like the house is dirty, and they get like completely dirty. Like there's dishes everywhere.
It's a sty the entire movie.
And like for the for convenience, because Christina Aguilera. Oh my God, Applegate. Because Christina Applegate has been blowing money left and right, and she has no petty cash to spend on an actual like meeting. She makes up. She's like, I know, we'll just have it in my house. The house is a hot mess the entire movie.
And no executive boss would agree to that. Like, why would we have it at your house for? And of course, like
she's like, okay, that's a great idea. And it's like
her siblings are shown to be like the laziest pieces of garbage the entire movie. But of course, now that it's crunch time and you got to wrap up the movie, the family comes together, and somehow, like, and even with their equally lazy, irresponsible friends, they're able to clean up this house better than any professional ever could.
And of course, they almost got away with this plan scot-free if it weren't for the convenience of trying to wrap this piece of shit story up with the mom actually coming back in the middle of the meeting,
interest.
And the love interest basically busting her
at the same time. Somehow show up at the same time, and they both bust her at the same time, basically.
Yes, and it's just. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm done. We're done. Have a good night. It's terrible. Good night. Bye.